So you ever wonder why I have all this stuff behind me? Like, why am I putting all my geeky stuff on my shelves? To tell you the truth is that each one of these items, they kind of hold something for me. They give me a window into something that I loved, or that made me laugh, or made me think, or made me feel. So I surround myself with these things to give myself a constant reminder. It's almost like a part of me is actually being linked to it. And so if you look behind me here, you're going to see a lot of Ghostbusters stuff. I'm wondering, okay, like, we get it. You love Ghostbusters. So why does something like this still hold up for me all these years later? I watched this over 30 years ago, and I've learned to love it in different stages of my life, and it held on. The question is why? What does it make me feel? What does it make me think? At first, as a kid, I just loved all the gadgets. I loved the humor. I loved the character Peter Venkman because he was funny, and I loved everything to do with funny. I've already talked about that a million times over. But what keeps me coming back? A lot of these things have a message. They have some underlying meanings that maybe some people don't see, or they see it and it kind of just glosses over. They don't really think about it for long term. So when I think about Ghostbusters now, as a 34-year-old, I start thinking of it more of what these characters represented. Which one of these spoke to me, and where I can take from them in my own life, and how I can draw parallels, and what I can learn too. To me, I think one of the biggest lessons I've learned from Ghostbusters is to laugh in the face of something that scares you. Learn to get that place in your own life. That was the whole thing. I mean, this was a movie of facing your fears. I mean, like going up against the supernatural. You know, they got these proton packs that they made. They're like, oh, I'm hoping this will keep me safe. You know, like it's unbelievable. You're going up against the unknown, you know, into a world that no one has ever explored before. And these four guys were to go out there and save the world, essentially, with technology that they made. It was fascinating. And they kept you in because it was super funny, but there was also these underlying meanings, right? I mean, these underlying meanings of just using humor as well, using humor to break tension and to laugh at the face of your fears. There was even in the song, I ain't afraid of no ghost. You know, like, so as I've gotten older, I start looking back at it, and I still love it just the same as I did as a kid, but I get to look at it from such a different perspective, and how this kind of thing can be passed on to different generations. So that's just one example of the things on my shelf. It's Ghostbusters. That spoke to me because of the humor element. You know, I loved the character Peter, and he was the one that spoke to me the most. Is every room he entered, he had this power to make people laugh, or sometimes make people hate him. You know, he's the ultimate troll, you know, like a lot of things he wouldn't take serious. And that's something I'm trying to work on myself, is like to lighten it up, be a little bit more like Peter in that way of like, let's just not take things so serious. Not everything has to be so serious, you know, and so when I look at him, and I kind of want to embody some of that energy myself. So when I'm stressed out, or I'm thinking about things too much, I'm kind of in my own head, you know, and the real me doesn't come out because he's kind of too scared to come out. And that's the whole point, is to take some of these characters from the movies and the TV shows that we love, and take the good things. You can leave the bad, but I'm choosing to take the good things. So when I put these things up, it's kind of like a little reminder, you know, of what this thing made me feel, and what I should be trying to embody or take from. And so what else I got up here? I got some comedy stuff too. I got Dave Chappelle, he's a comedic legend. You know, he's an inspiration for me as well. He just speaks on so many different levels, like unbelievable. His career has developed into so much magical things that we still get to see to this day. He speaks out for Black rights and for rights in general. You know, he uses humor. His platform is so perfect, is to kind of swoop in, make you laugh, and also make you think. And that's another inspiration for me. I get to look at that, and it speaks to me as well. It speaks in volumes, you know. And so what else do I got on here? I got a little bit of I got some more things when it comes to humor and why I love podcasts, and so these are the guys that were from one of my favorite podcasts put this out. It's an actual little album that they made into a cassette of one of their podcasts. And that's another thing that inspires me is they started from just speaking into microphones and making each other laugh, and it spoke to me because it was something just so independent. It was like we didn't need any sponsorships. We didn't need anything. All we had was microphones and conversation. And so those guys inspired me as well. So I like to surround myself with things that inspire me. Some people like art on their walls. Some people like different things. But for me, this is what speaks to me. And so, yeah, you may think, oh, I'm a geek or whatever. But understand is that a lot of these people are doing that in an expression of themselves. It literally is just the inside and splashing it over on the outside. And that's the whole idea behind this, is to surround yourself with things that make you think and feel and do. And so there's a lot of character traits that are inside of us that we don't develop, or we don't think that we can develop. And that's not true. We can grow. We can learn from the things around us. We can learn from the things that they did right and wrong. And yeah, they're fictional characters, but guess what? A lot of them are based on real people that other people saw and wanted to actually put up on the big screen and say, hey, look, this is me showing the world some of the people that inspired that person. And so we can choose to live that kind of life. And so that's why I have so much of this geeky stuff. It makes me feel good. It brings me peace at times when I can just look around and give myself a good little reminder. It's like, oh, okay, that's why I have that on the wall. So over the course of this show, I'm probably going to bring up Ghostbusters more, probably bring up some geeky stuff that I enjoy about it and why I do and what gets me excited about new products that come out. And there's obviously a new movie coming out soon too, and it got delayed by COVID, unfortunately, but that's going to be exciting, and it should be coming out next year, I'm hoping. I mean, I don't know when I'm going to be able to go into a theater comfortably, but even if that's not the case, I'll be willing to watch it at home. I mean, it won't be the same, but it's something. It's just at least getting more content. So I'm really excited about that. So what are you guys excited about? What do you put on your walls? You just had some weird quote from IKEA. I know no judgment here. Trust me. I'm like, there's a whole bunch of those just random generic posters and stuff that people put up because it looks nice. But ask yourself, walk around your own house, look on your walls and say, hey, what makes me think, feel, and do, right? So this is what this one's been about. Hope you guys have a good week.